There's no other time than now to talk about wellness. Wellness is an active process of becoming aware of and making changes towards a healthy and fulfilling life. A lot of people think that wellness is just absence of illness or infirmity. Actually, it's a dynamic process where there's change and growth. It's a state of physical, mental, emotional and social well-being. It starts from birth and continues through childhood into adulthood. Giving a good start at birth will ensure that the baby will grow into a healthy adolescent and ultimately become a healthy adult. This is the best time to think new about the wellness. Don't wait until your child falls sick to seek wellness. Our aim has to be to produce more healthy children. If you take the world now, 80% of the world population, the adult population, has non-communicable diseases. And these are the people who have succumbed to COVID-19. So this is an eye-opening time. Make sure your child is going to be a healthy adult. So how can we do this? Joseph Fraser Hospital, Colombo has started, and that is the first dedicated wellness center for pediatric and adolescent age group. So there we are trying to help you to make sure your newborn is going to be a healthy infant, healthy child and ultimately a healthy adult. A lot of people think that if you just feed the child and send him to a good school, will ensure that he will be a healthy child. It's not going to happen like that. There's many things more than that. Now, because of this concept of feeding the child to make it grow well, and also by just sending him to a good school to become, to make him a healthy adult who is either an engineer or doctor. These are the concepts mothers have when they have a newborn. But we have to ensure that the baby you give birth to becomes a healthy baby, healthy child, physically, mentally, emotionally and socially. So we have to support them. This starts from birth. So the newborn baby, you should give lot of care. You all are given 4 months maternity leave. Some mothers stay at home. So the first thing you have to do is you have to cuddle the baby, talk to the baby. Don't think the baby can't understand. Your voice, your contact, your touching of the baby, all these stimulates the baby. The baby will grow into a healthy baby. Not only that, when you are feeding the baby, always talk to the baby, and whenever you get coos, like baby just trying to throw out the food you are offering, then you have to take it as a sign to say that I am full. The babies can't talk. It's true that you want to feed the baby as much as possible, but it should not be. If you feed too much like that, the child will become obese. So we all know that childhood obesity definitely leads to complications later in life. It leads to diabetes, it leads to obesity, and with that come all the other problems. So ensure that your child is not overfed. And also when you are feeding the baby, you have to make sure that the baby is given only healthy food, not each and everything that is there at home. Especially too much of carbohydrate will make the child quite big, but ultimately they end up with obesity. As much as the food makes the baby big, it's very important that they get enough activities when they are growing up. At the nursery also, nowadays a lot of nurseries, they teach things. What we expect from a nursery is to have more activities, playing with children, talking with the other children. All kinds of activities should be encouraged. When the child goes to sleep, one has to ensure the child gets at least 8 to 10 hours sleep. It depends on the age. The children between 6 to 12 years, they should get at least 10 to 12 hours sleep. Older children can have 8 hours sleep. Sleep makes them a healthy child. And there had been studies to show that if a child sleeps 10 to 12 hours, that itself will reduce the child's weight if the child is especially overweight. And the other thing is that there should be some sort of communication happening at home. If you have at least one meal time where all the family members sit together and have their meals, this is the best time to discuss and have a good relationship with the children. These relationships play a big role when they grow up. We know that a lot of marriages are ending up with divorces. After a few months, they just divorce. So that is because the children don't know how to get on with other people. So the communication, talking, letting the child to express its feelings, it's very important. So this is not happening nowadays. So they are emotionally upset. That also leads to obesity. What they do is they just sit in front of the television and keep eating, or if they are tired, they will have a video game or something like that. Nothing other than that. So these things should be discouraged actively. The other important thing is that we have to always teach the children to be with the nature. We have to talk about all these plants and trees and rivers, and that is very important. It should be part and parcel of childhood. The child should be allowed to explore the environment. They should be taken out into a park or should go on a trip, and while traveling, the children should be encouraged to talk about what they see. If you take the child to a zoo, the child should be able to interact with the children who come there, or with the animals, or it has to be done in a safe way. Interact in the sense, they should be able to go home and tell what the tiger did, how it looked like, how the monkey jumped from one place to the other. That sort of activities make a child very complete. It should not be just learning from the book. So the other important thing is that we have to let the children play with other children. Sometimes mothers say, no, should not go and play with that child. That child is not a good child. The children should be able to be resilient. So if they are being bullied at school, they should be able to come and tell what happened at school. Rather than going and complaining to the teacher, you have to tell the child, look here, this is what is happening in the society. You have to tolerate all these things. You have to talk to that child and say, don't hit me, don't do this to me. Or you can, discuss with your friends and, tell the other child who is bullying you not to do that. So this sort of activities will give the child more courage to face problems that they will face later in life. Otherwise, what will happen is the child will be emotionally upset and there's nobody to talk to the child, and the child will either do something really bad. Some children, we know that they commit suicide because they just don't have anybody to talk about their problems. As I mentioned earlier, this is the best time to talk about wellness. There's no other time to talk about it, because with this COVID-19, we are all facing, or we are feeling how important or how valuable is the wellness. The Pediatric and Adolescent Wellness Center at Joseph Fraser Hospital provides you a comprehensive wellness program for your newborn, child and adolescent. Our aim is to give you all the support to make sure that your child becomes a healthy adult. If you need further information, please contact the Joseph Fraser Hospital Wellness Center. Thank you.